What is up, everybody? I'm gonna be doing a trade recap on the two trades I ended up taking today. Both of them were longs. I ended up making a total of around 9.2K on the day across all six of my accounts. And let's get into the trades. So coming into the morning, I was leaning bullish, but I wasn't fully convinced that we were going to be bullish. What really did it for me was when 10 a.m., the 4-hour candle closed, we ended up inversing this 4-hour. So I knew we just wanted to reach all-time highs, and that just made me super, super bullish. The trade I ended up taking on NQ, this is actually the second trade I ended up taking, so let's go over the first one, which was on MNQ. It was pretty much the same trade, just the MNQ entry was a little bit earlier. We ended up trading into this bullish 15-minute fair value gap on both NQ and MNQ. ES did not end up trading into it, and we also swept the 10 a.m. candles low on NQ and MNQ, not on ES, making an SMT there. And the 10 a.m. open is kind of a key open. That's why I definitely wanted to get in on this trade even a little bit earlier than the 5-minute entry that I took on NQ, just because of that significant SMT and the obvious draw, which was all-time highs. So MNQ, I ended up taking one contract at first, I think off of it was this 2-minute fair value gap inverse. Once that got inverse, I ended up entering one MNQ con. I did end up adding one just after we inversed the 5-minute, after I entered my NQ position, just because I was sure that we were going to hit my TP. I ended up taking it off at the current AM session high in the MNQ trade. I just kind of treated that as my partials, and then I let the NQ trade run to all-time highs. So this ended up getting around a 1 to 1.75 RR. Got a little extra profit because of this add-on contract, and then this obviously also ended up running to all-time highs. And then on NQ, literally the same trade idea, traded into this bullish 15-minute SMT with the 10 a.m. low, and then my entry was this 5-minute inverse. We had a tiny 5-minute fair value gap here, and I entered on this candle's close, which inversed this 5-minute, and then ended up going break even at this high. That was right around a 1 to 1 RR, and then I just ended up holding for all-time highs. As you can see, TP, and we ended up rejecting, so perfect exit there. We did end up running a little bit more in PM session, but really happy with this trade. I ended up catching 72 points on NQ plus the MNQ trade. Got around a 1 to 2.4 RR on this one, 1.75 on the other one, so like a total of almost 4 RR today. Really good day. It's rare that I will take two trades in a day, but the MNQ trade, I just really wanted to get in on those longs, and I wasn't sure if NQ was going to give me a good enough entry for me to take the trade. So I was just keeping it safe, took a little MNQ entry a little bit early, ended up treating that as my partials, and then this trade ended up running to full TP. Really, really happy with today. I know a lot of people did get caught up in shorts and were just married to shorts. I know after we inverse the 4-hour, we did still have this bearish hourly, which was the start of the hourly was also aligned with the golden pocket, if you guys know what that is. But we didn't really get any rejection after we entered the hourly. Like, kind of started chopping around. Then we got this little push down, which some people took this as the reversal down, but for me, it was just a tap to the 15-minute and an entry for longs. Really obvious all-time high bias today. If you got cooked on that today, that's just something to kind of take note of and work on that, but I'm pretty positive that most of you guys banked. That's going to be it for me today. Really happy with this day so far. Honestly, even if I don't end up taking any trades for the rest of the week, I'm happy with this. This literally just made my week. I'm a little sick, so this was just a good little bonus. Also, I ended up taking this trade at 11:05 Eastern. I'm 2 hours behind Eastern time. So like 5 minutes after AM session technically ended, but I do allow myself to trade until 11:15, and then this took about an hour, 10 minutes to deliver, but I ended up delivering to all-time highs. I know I've said all-time highs like 15 times so far, but all right, that's going to be it, boys. The link to join our Discord where I do live trading every single morning is going to be in the description. Completely free, by the way. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.